Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? In this particular video, we're going to be talking about the wing monitor section. If you come up here to danatucker.com, click on wing rack, come up here on the wing monitor section. This is what I'm going to be basing this video off of. There's a lot to it, guys. Before I wasn't impressed with it, and it's simply because I didn't know how to use it. And now I'm starting to find out all kinds of things. Big shout out to Bill Hubbard and Marshall Thomas for helping me with this, going through. That's what we do. We sit up here and just kind of go through things and figure out what does what. And just like with the headphone output and the studio monitors, they have two different functions. And there are some things that the studio monitors simply will not do, that the headphone jacks will do. In other words, the biggest thing that I found so far is through the bus monitoring. And we'll get into that when we go down here and drop into Wing Edit, that you can go up there with the headphones and you can hear the differences in the bus with the EQ. But you cannot hear that same difference if you're using the studio monitors, depending on what you've got it set to. So come up here, read through it, see the terminology. The video will be at the bottom of this page. And then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and jump down into Wing Edit, and that's where we'll start. Okay, so here we are in Wing Edit, guys, and we've got up here in Setup, we have three different solo modes. We have the Live, the Studio, and the SIP, which is Solo in Place. Notice when you click SIP right up here, you'll see this little icon light up to let you know that you're in there. And you also have down here, you have the source solo. You can choose channel 39 or auxiliary 7. Really haven't figured out too much about what this actually does. We can put it on there in aux 7, but let's go ahead and look at these three options we have right here first. And once I figure this out, that'll probably be another video. In order for this to work, if you notice here, Solo in Place, once I click solo, you can see everything mutes. It doesn't matter what it is. As soon as I click another one, everything is going to mute until you come back and you clear that solo. Now, if you go into Studio and you have your speakers on, that works. This right here will work as well. If you solo this, the iPhone here, and I don't have anything coming in it, and then we're going to come over here and we solo our CD over here and this one. Again, it doesn't matter. But if you've got this on the speakers right there and you go live, you see what happens? Watch this over here. Watch what happens. It will automatically kick you up to your headphones. It's taking your studio monitors out of it. Okay? That's what it does. So, what we're going to do at this point right here, I'm going to unmute this, and we're going to hear this audio actually coming in, and then we're going to sit here and go through some of these steps, and you'll see just exactly what these different functions do. Now, what I'm actually doing is I've got bus number 1, I've got the CD player running into it, I'm coming out of output number 16, on my S16, running over to my S16 going into the rack, which is going into Camtasia, and that's why we can hear everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's jump over into X32 Edit and see what we're doing over there. Okay, guys, so here we are in X32 Edit, and I'm using a Sterling 151, a large condenser mic to do the video with. Here we're coming into channel 17. I'm actually using the ducker, so when I unmute this, that's the audio you're going to hear, and when I start speaking, it's going to duck it down by 40 dBs. Okay? So from this point now, let's jump back over to Wing Edit. And here we go. So again, when we come up here, guys, if we want to come up and we want to go through this now, if we go over to our Monitor tab right here, with the phones, as you can see, I'm using main 1 as my monitor source. I could very well switch this over to bus number 1. And that's what you're hearing right now. Okay, it's actually coming from this bus right here. Now, if you come back up into setup and you look, and you can see our bus solos are going in before the fader level. That's what that PFL is, or pre-fader level. The AFL is after the fader level. So when we come up to this now, if I want to solo this, and I choose it on the phones, if I choose it up here, as you can see on my speakers, I got sound coming out. Here I got sound coming out. If I come up here and I go studio or SIP, the mute comes on, the solo, the studio. As soon as I click live, you'll see where it kicks up there on those headphone jacks. Okay? And that's what it's going to do. A lot of people, I was actually having the same problem. I was trying to use my studio monitors and I could not figure out why I could not hear the Boss EQ when I would make changes to it. Well, this is why. So now if I come down to this Boss, click up here, here's the EQ. I got it turned on. Listen, I'm going to stop speaking, but watch what happens now when I start adjusting the EQ on this bus. You see? And that's what it is now. It will not do that. When I adjust it now, listening to the monitors, you're not going to hear this. And the only reason I'm not going to do it is because you're not going to be able to tell, because I'm coming through on the actual stereo and you can't hear that. Okay? So, with that being said, you've got the band solo here. This band is not for this monitor for the bus. This band solo is for the actual channels. So again, you see if I unsolo it, I'm going to turn my speaker down here so we don't get that double going in there. I'm only human. Here's the EQ. I've got the EQ turned on. You see the band solo right there? Help me believe in what I could be and all that. This is for the actual channel now. This has got nothing to do with the bus. Show me the stairway. I have to climb. Lord, very cool feature here, guys. This is a very, very cool feature. It allows you to come up here with your headphones and sit here and go through these monitoring phases, right down to the actual bands on your EQs. Double, I think somebody said this, double click it, and it's supposed to reset them. I'm just going to put it back up there. So with the going back to the monitor section now, as you can see, I'm on speakers. I'm going to click back to the phones. This SRC level is the bus level. Lord, help me. Now, I'm coming through on this bus right here, and it's no different than me doing this. You see, it just raises it up, okay? Because my headphones are not coming out of the wing. I'm actually using this coming out of my X32 rack. It's just the way that I've got to do it coming up in here. The SRC mix. This is, if you're going to sit there and run this, you can adjust this. To me, I think it should be a percentage, but it's not. They've got it set to a dB. So if you're running 30 channels or 40 channels and you solo something, okay, and you move this, then you're going to bring in everything. Or you put it back and you're only going to bring in what you actually got soloed. Sounds confusing? Get up here, just do it. Just make sure that you have more than one input, okay? The dim is just exactly what it means. It's going to cut down the sound. The PFL dim, exactly again what it means. This is up here if we go back to our pre-fader level, okay? Now, over here on the band solo, run it up. And what it's going to do is it's really going to exaggerate this EQ for you. Listen. And that's what that does. Okay, so I would suggest at least 10 dBs. It's just something that makes it a lot easier to hear those subtle differences. Okay. Now the phones and the speakers, all of these are the same. As far as your settings go, the options that you have. The EQ is for your actual phones, depending on what you want to hear. Same way with your speakers. So the speakers, I would be more inclined to EQ than I would my headphones. Okay? The limiter is just exactly that. It's just exactly what it says. You can set this limiter up here. Let's see if we set it at a negative. Well, let's just run it at negative 34 and watch what happens. You see, that's just as loud as it's going to go. It's not going to go anymore. If we bring this limiter back, watch it go up. You see? And on the limiter, this does not want to go up here with the mouse that I'm trying to click. I actually have to go over there and turn it from the headphone up and down. Not for the limiter, I apologize, for the actual headphone jack level. The limiter here, this does work off the mouse. The delay, again, this is set for your speakers. You really don't want to use this for your headphone jack. If you're sitting in the studio and you've got your monitors back against the back wall and you've got your desk, 10 foot in front of your speakers, then you would go ahead and set your delay here if you wanted to. It works like any other delay. Invert is if you got your polarity flipped, click it and go from there. That is really about it as far as this goes with your monitor section. Again, these, if I come down here and I put it on both of this, when you come through, you'll watch right over here, keep your eye on it. It's going to switch. So as soon as you hit solo, you see? As soon as you hit that solo, it's going to switch it down here. Boom. And that is because we're on the live. Studio, not so much. Studio, that's what that button means. Okay, that's your headphones or your monitors. And then here, that is your speakers only. Okay, on the studio, SIP, again, solo in place. This will mute everything. And when you do this, then up here, from what I found so far, the SRC mix will not be affected by this because everything else is muted. Okay? So what I would suggest, guys, take your time, play with it. If you run mostly live, keep it in the live, go through, find out what everything is that you want to do with it. See what these different options do. Okay? A lot of information, I know. I hope this has helped. But as you can see, it does do just exactly what it's supposed to. Okay? So that's going to be it for this one. Take care, God bless, and we are out of here.
Keep on the firing line. If you win, my brother, surely you